wasn't me, by Clare, Helen, Welsh and Nicola O'Brien. Ooh. Lenny the lemur was on holiday in Alaska. He was skipping across the snow in the spring sunshine when he slipped in a puddle. It was wet and yellow and smelly. Oh. Yuck, said Lenny. Is that... Oh, wee? It wasn't me, said the grey wolf, prowling over the frozen ground. I do my wheeze on trees, like this. Thought Lenny. The wolf's wee didn't look or smell like the puddle of piddle he had slipped in. But if it wasn't you, then who? Said Lenny. Whose wee could it be? Lenny was determined to find out. So off he set. Wee? It wasn't me, said the leatherback turtle, swimming in the shallows. I wee through my mouth and then rinse, like this. Sounds tasty, said Lenny, stifling a giggle. But if you didn't piddle the puddle, then who did? Wee doesn't just fall from the sky. Plop. Oh! Oops. Sorry, called the bald eagle, nesting in the trees above. That was me, but the other one wasn't. I poop and wee at the same time. It's squishy and white. Yuck, huffed Lenny, mopping a splatter of splodge from his brow. But if it wasn't you, then who? Whose wee could it be? Suddenly, the wind picked up. A stuffy, musky, bitter smell washed under Lenny's nose, and a mountain goat wandered into view. We? No, it wasn't me, said the goat. I spray myself in mine. It helps me make friends. Want to see? Thanks, but no thanks, said Lenny, holding his nose. Anyway, he didn't care whose puddle of piddle it wasn't. He only wanted to know whose puddle of piddle it was. Lenny was no closer to finding the culprit and more fed up than ever when he came across a beaver gnawing wood. Was it you? Was it yours? Are you responsible for that piddle puddle? He puffed. How rude, glared the beaver. I haven't even been today. Well, not yet. And with that, out shot a fountain of sweet and sticky piddle at Lenny's feet. Brilliant, said Lenny. This day just keeps getting better and better. Poor Lenny was miserable. The puddle of piddle must have come from someone. But if it wasn't the grey wolf, the leatherback turtle, the bald eagle, the mountain goat, or the beaver, then who? Whose wee could it be? Lenny was about to give up altogether when along came a caribou. You! It was you, wasn't it? Lenny said. You peed the puddle of piddle I slipped in. The caribou turned to Lenny and poked out his long tongue. I knew it! It isn't funny. My fur is covered in wee. But the caribou wasn't making fun. He lowered his tongue to the ground to take a slurp. Wait! Stop! Lenny yelled. That's not water! It's... Too late. Wee! I know, smiled the caribou, licking his lips. Wee is nutritious and delicious, and this one is full of salt. I travel miles just to drink it. Lenny felt a little bit sick. The other animals did too, except the goat, who thought it might be worth a try.
Ooh, now let's have a see here. Oh, interesting.
But as the caribou turned to leave, Lenny had an idea. Wait, you know all about we! If you didn't piddle that puddle, then who did? He asked. The caribou gave the yellow puddle of piddle a closer look. Then he gave it a sniff. And another lick just to be sure.
I've got it,
he said.
Follow me.
Lenny couldn't wait to find that stinky, smelly puddle piddler and tell them off. He and the other animals followed the caribou over, under, through, until finally they arrived at the entrance to a cave. A very big cave. And inside was a very big bear. Suddenly, Lenny didn't feel quite so strongly about the puddle of piddle, and he certainly didn't want to bother the bear with his smelly problem. Did you do it? The others asked him. Did you tell that bear off?
Not exactly,
said Lenny.
She was sleeping, so I left a message.
Facts and snaps. Male grey wolves lift up their legs to wee. This lets them aim nice and high, just at nose level, perfect for marking territory. Leatherback turtles swish water around, then spit it out to get rid of waste, kinda like weeing through your mouth. Tasty. Like all birds, bald eagles poo and wee at the same time. But don't worry if bird poop lands on you. It's said to be lucky. To attract females, mountain goats spray themselves with wee on their faces, beards, chest and front legs. Lucky ladies. Beavers produce a scent-marking goo, which makes their wee smell like vanilla. Some people even cook with it. Beaver goo biscuit, anyone? Wee is full of minerals and salts, the perfect snack for wandering caribou. They're particularly fond of human wee. If you ever go camping in Alaska, don't wee too close to your tent. Brown bears can smell wee from up to 5 miles away. Watch out, Lenny! Like and subscribe
To Books Alive!